Hi, I'm Scott Lang. This morning I want to weigh in on the issue of the casino coming to the city of New Bedford. Now, I do believe that a casino on the waterfront can work, and I'm very relieved to see that the city has signed a host agreement with KG for the possibility of bringing a casino to the city of New Bedford. However, I have some thoughts that I'd like to share with you that I think are extremely important. The first thing is that we knew when the legislation was passed that Region C, which is where we're located, southeastern Massachusetts, would be the last casino sited and may not, in fact, be sited. That's not news. The fact of the matter is that it's going to depend on the market and the ability to be able to drive a market and a healthy market regarding casino gambling. One way that we might be able to assure the Commission that there is no need to worry about the idea that there would be an Indian casino in Region C would be if KG and the tribes work together to make the New Bedford site a site that not only satisfied the tribe's interest in running a casino, but also the backers of KG. So it's something that I think KG should look into immediately to try and forge an alliance, a partnership, so that we take away that issue regarding a tribal casino and whether or not a tribal casino then blocks the casino here in New Bedford. I think it'd be well worth it. I also think that the Commission would welcome that type of partnership. It also would be in the spirit of why the legislation was written to protect the tribal interest and at the same time allow Region C to compete for a casino in non-tribal partnerships as well. Now, the other thing that I would suggest at this time is that the city backed into this deal in a 2.5-week period of time. Quite honestly, the casino interests had 7 years or more to sit down and consider exactly how this would work. And they've been extremely open to changing a number of their plans along the way, whether it was under my administration or now under the Mitchell administration. But the fact is that the city in a 2.5-week period of time could not write a host agreement that would address all the different issues that siting a casino on the old NSTAR site would in fact bring about. I previously recorded a casino overview before the host agreement was written that gave an overview of the different issues that face the city and how they might bring a casino economic development plan into the city and meld with our local economy. That will play at the end of my thoughts today. But the fact is that our casino agreement needs now, over the next several months, to be completely vetted in public, to be completely transparent. I would ask each city councilor to call meetings in their wards where the city councilor, the legislative delegation, the mayor could attend and let the public weigh in on the proposal that's been made and how it can be improved. My feeling is that the casino agreement at this point needs extensive review from the standpoint of planning, meaning urban planning, economic planning, and transportation planning in order to be successful, in order to ensure the success of KG and also ensure the success of the people of our city having the benefit of having a casino located in New Bedford. So I'd urge everyone to take off the drapes in this matter, have a completely transparent dialogue, and let's have the best possible casino plan, the best possible agreement, and let's also bring together, if possible, a partnership that will make New Bedford the only place that's viable for a Region C casino. The first issue that I want to talk about or weigh in on today is the casino issue. Casino issue, obviously, we've been dealing with in the city since the 1990s when there was the first proposal under Mayor Tierney's administration to bring a casino to the city. The city in 2 different referendums has voted in favor of bringing a casino to the city of New Bedford. And we're on the verge, perhaps, of having another vote to determine whether we want a casino in the city. What I want to do, though, is share my thoughts on how I was involved, or my administration was involved, with the various casino developers in the city, and that beginning back in 2007. And my opinion on whether or not a casino on the waterfront can work. So here's what I want you to think about. First, I do believe a casino on the waterfront can work. I do believe a casino at the old N-Star site is something that is doable and can in fact be a benefit to the city and the people of the city. But it has to be done in a very, very careful and highly planned way. It can't be happenstance, and it can't be something that we back into because we hit deadlines and we weren't prepared to deal with the deadlines. So let me give you my take on that, and I'll take you first back to 2007 when Governor Patrick took office. There was talk about a casino bill. If you remember, Speaker DeMacy was against the casino bill at that time. The casino bill did not pass the legislature. Going now to 2008, 2009, it was revived, and this time it did pass. It was a casino proposal that basically has 3 different regions plus the possibility of a tribal territory for a casino, and it's something that we're working with right now. The 3rd region that we are in is a region that was forestalled because there was the anticipation that perhaps an Indian casino would be developed in this region, and that would forestall the possibility of a private developer. So it's been on a hiatus, on hold, but now it's extremely topical, it's extremely relevant because the deadlines are upon us. And the question is, can New Bedford support a casino? The first thing is that the administration has to come up with an agreement with the casino developer, and then the voters would have to vote on it in a referendum. And this will all happen very quickly. Here's how I think a casino on the waterfront can work, however. The first thing that you have to understand is that a casino will only work in New Bedford and only should be voted upon and favored in New Bedford if it melds in our local economy. If it is here to suck out the dollars from not only our local economy, but people who come into our area who would normally spend money in New Bedford, it will not work, and it will be a tremendous detriment. However, if it's done correctly, if it's planned carefully, it can be an absolute bonus for this area and a complement to the tremendous work that's been done by the people of the city in developing New Bedford as a destination and highlighting all the different tremendous attributes that we have, the different events we have, the different community groups that we have that are on a regular basis doing different things that are of great interest, of great historic and cultural importance that bring people into the city. So the question is, how do we parlay a casino development on top of what we've been doing in tourism and different activities that bring people in? And the way to do it is to meld the two together. So a casino will bring more people in, but then how do we get those people out into our streets and taking care of the needs of our local economy? And here's the way I would do it, and I have had talks when I was mayor with KG, who has the option on the N-Star site on how to do this. The first thing I want to tell you are these are basic concepts. I believe a casino can be successful if there is extensive planning, if it's laid out in a way that benefits our city. So the first thing that I want to say is we should not think of the casino as a 30-acre project. We should think of the casino as a 36 square mile type of an opportunity. How does the casino benefit the north end, the south end, the center of our city? How does it benefit different attributes that we have right now? And here's the way I would do it, and it's fairly simple. The first thing I would indicate to the casino operators, and I have had, as I said, these conceptual discussions with them when I was mayor, is that the casino cannot build its own theaters. The casino needs to use the Zeiterion Theater. The casino needs to rehabilitate and use the Orpheum Theater. And the administrative offices of the casino should be located at the Orpheum Theater. We now have solved 2 major problems. The first one is the constant need for upgrade and support of our spectacular Zeiterion Theater. So we would resolve that by having the casino use that as its primary theater. The second issue we have, which is extremely important for our future in arts and culture, is the Orpheum Theater. The Orpheum Theater is the equivalent of the Fenway Park of vaudeville, not only in our area, but around the United States. We have an absolute gem of a theater And it's something that is, on this given day when it's raining out, the snow is out, it is literally melting. It was put up by the sharpshooters 100 years ago, and we are just at a point now where either we save it or it'll be too late to save. The casino can work with us to help save the Orpheum by using it as a theater, by using it as administrative offices. So the two theaters immediately near the casino would be the Criterion and the Orpheum Theater. When they're not putting their own shows into either of those venues, obviously we would want them to buy tickets to help support the shows that are being brought in by the Criterion or by the Orpheum in the future. And those tickets would be given out obviously to the patrons that come into the casino. The next theater that I would advocate that the casino interests rehabilitate is the Capitol Theater up on Acushnet Avenue. The Capitol Theater, again, beautiful space in the center of the north end, and is a theater approximately 700-800 seats that would be used as a great venue for shows that the casino would sponsor and then local shows that we would be involved with. But those are three theaters that need to be supported. Those of you who remember when New Bedford had dozens of theaters understand exactly what happens to a theater if it's no longer being utilized. It goes by the wayside of being located at Spinner and nowhere else in the form of either pictures or some sort of keepsake book that we would develop about the great theaters of New Bedford. So we have a great opportunity here to save these three theaters and make them viable and make them points of economic development. The next thing that's very important is the casino needs to understand that we have great restaurants. We have restaurants all over the city, the north end, the center of the city, and the south end, and that those restaurants have to have a close bond with the casino by way of restaurant vouchers, so that the customers at the casino are not looking to eat at the great Portuguese restaurant in the casino, but rather around our city. That the little nooks and crannies for breakfast, for lunch, are not going to be found in the casino, they're going to be found around our city. And that needs to be a careful process in which you meld our local economy based on restaurants with the casino. Now the next thing that obviously we think about is, well, what about our hotel now, our Marriott hotel in the city? How is it affected by the casino? Well, more traffic I think will help it, but there's one thing that needs to be done immediately, and that's that the old Bell telephone garage, and I know many of you know exactly what I'm talking about, but it is now a N-Star or Eversource locker room directly next to the Marriott on the waterfront, needs to be turned over to a convention type of authority and turn that into some sort of a conference center, so that the Marriott uses it as a conference center and that the casino hotel would use it as a conference center. That would give the city of New Bedford a conference center and the ability to attract more people in and attract conventions, different conferences, good for the casino, good for the Marriott, good for the downtown, good for the north end and the south end. But right now that is a building. It's been covered by steel, steel siding, but the fact is it's a brick building, needs to be looked at, see if it can be rehabbed. But that space right next to the Marriott on MacArthur Boulevard, right at the turn where it goes into the N-Star site, has to be turned into a convention center used by the Marriott and used by the casino. Right now, that casino option covers that building. That building needs to become something that's available to the public as well. The other thing that needs to be done and negotiated is a rail line has to go through the casino lot down to the new maritime terminal in the south end. The maritime terminal in the south end does not work without rail connections, and rail connections go through where the casino site's going to be. So there has to be careful planning to allow for a rail line to go through the casino site. Now, having said that, how does this all work? How does it make sense? How did we just finish Route 18? And now we're going to start putting heavy traffic to the casino on it. And I'll offer the following solution to that. First, parking traffic should be in the Hicks-Logan area for the casino, which means that we have to have a intermodal transportation type of a location with a parking garage, a deck parking garage, where people going to the casino would park their cars there. And the situation basically would be, we need to build a transportation system from that intermodal area where buses or cars would come in mass, and make sure that they're not inundating downtown, that we don't end up with a complete choke of the downtown area because of the heavy traffic. So Hicks Logan, which needs to be renovated, needs to be rehabilitated, will basically serve as the staging area for transportation for the casino. And what that would mean is that you would end up having, you're coming to the casino, you're going to park your car in that area, and you're going to grab transportation down to the casino. The transportation I would advocate down to the casino would be light rail. And this all comes within the budget of building a casino. So in other words, you think about our old trolleys, you can consider those light rail. Might be a more modern look to that. But the fact is, we're going to move people from parking garages to the casino, to the downtown, to the Orpheum Theater by light rail. And the light rail can be either run by our SERTA, built by the casino, run by our SERTA, public-private partnership, or built by the casino, run by the casino, but it's going to begin to move people around, and not move people around based on them driving in and driving out, but rather moving people around on light rail. The light rail can actually carry right up through to the Capitol Theater on Acushnet Avenue. Now you need careful planning, you need to set your budgets up, because the casino is responsible for spending no less than $500 million. $500 million goes an awful long way when you consider that we're not asking them to build theaters, we're not asking them to build heavy restaurants, we're asking them to meld into our economy. But let's talk about other logical places that the casino will have tremendous amount of economic development potential for us. The airport. The airport, we need TSA capability. We need to be able to fly people in and out of the airport to other feeder airports where they're already behind security, where their bags are already packed. Once that happens, the New Bedford Airport will become a feeder hub that'll be extremely important for our economy, and something that will be extremely convenient and lead to more economic development. The casino will tremendously provide the impetus and the momentum to get our airport terminal situated in a way where we are able to provide full service connecting flights for people coming in and out. The harbor, State Pier. This will allow, State Pier needs a complete renovation. As different ships are coming in to bring passengers to New Bedford, and specifically to have them visit the casino, we'll be able to retrofit State Pier in a way that's much more amenable for passenger traffic. At the same time, it will heighten the fast ferry over to Martha's Vineyard. I want to have a stop at Woods Hole, and that's extremely important for our scientific economic development programs, in which we bring over the best from Woods Hole and the best from SMAS, merge them together. The study of the oceans and the fisheries is extremely important to our city. But all of these different infrastructures that you need to move people around will be greatly enhanced by having the casino in the city. Contrary to the idea that the casino would be a negative, if it's done right, the casino would be a tremendous positive for us. The other thing is the casino begets, the casino brings us the Fairhaven New Bedford Bridge project much quicker. We need a bridge for the 21st century. A bridge for the 21st century is a bridge that is a bascule bridge that has a tremendous amount of width to it, that allows the North Harbor to be opened to traffic, not only for maritime commerce, but also for recreational traffic, also for moving passengers. The new bridge would be another benefit as a result of bringing the casino in and having the demand to move people in an efficient way. So the casino is a catalyst if it's done right. If the casino is done wrong and we back our way in and we haven't taken the time for the planning, we haven't taken time for the appropriate negotiations, obviously, the casino, the value of the casino, the worth of the casino will never be realized. Now, the other thing is that the casino, when I was meeting with KG, I found them to be extremely cooperative. I also found them to be open. They're a private sector developer, but I found them to be open, and I found them to be open-minded. We made a number of different suggestions regarding the waterfront and access for the fishing fleet directly on the harbor, adjacent to where the casino would be. That was met with a positive reaction. And in fact, plans that I saw showed in fact that they were going to have berthing for fishing boats, berthing for recreational boats, that they were going to try and meld a mixed-use type of feel for the casino dockage area. The other thing is that it has to be available to the public, so that the public can get down to the waterfront. And in fact, there's no reason in the world why the casino can't build snack bars and different type of amenities along the waterfront, along that area that the public has not had access to for about 100 years now. So there are great ways to make public-private space public. There are great ways to use the casino as an economic engine. Now let's talk about the jobs. A casino, there's been talk anywhere from 3,000 jobs to 5,000 jobs. New Bedford will get a great share of those jobs. There will be living wage jobs. This is extremely important for our city. We need jobs. We need full employment in our city. The casino is the biggest commercial concern to come into our city in decades. And the fact is, the idea that we would not attempt to take advantage of that would be a mistake. In addition, the tax revenue that the casino brings in, the property tax revenue, is something that's extremely beneficial to the city and helps with public safety issues, helps with our educational issues, helps with our neighborhood revitalization issues. It helps from the standpoint of growth in revenue. The future for New Bedford is to grow. None of us can afford to pay more taxes. None of us can afford to have our city shrink and then figure out how do you pay for services that have to be provided. So through growth, we end up having a very strong future for our families, our children, our grandkids. It's important to bring in major economic development activities. The casino would be one, highly regulated, an opportunity right now to drive a very fair bargain and concept between the casino developer and the city, and it must be done in a way that's transparent, that people understand it, and that people have input. So, for instance, what I would do is have 6 meetings, 1 in each ward, have the city councilors host them, have the mayor there, have the casino individuals there, and hear what everybody thinks. Get a weigh-in from everyone. I'm weighing in now. I want everyone to weigh in regarding the casino issue. Now, the last thing I would say about the casino is this: the fee that the casino would pay each year, above and beyond property taxes, above and beyond the spin of having tremendous amount of jobs, above and beyond building a transportation network that serves the whole city, above and beyond private public space in the casino area, above and beyond rehabilitating the wharfs so we get more docking space, above and beyond the Zeiterion, the Orpheum, and the Capitol Theater, above and beyond a very strong mix regarding restaurants. If it is doable, the one other thing that the casino could actually build for us would be an arena. An arena, and there have been discussions about this, 8,000 to 12,000 seats in the Hicks-Logan area, something that would complement the parking, and something then that would again be a tremendous resource and attribute to the city to bring people in, have people around our city from the standpoint of conventions, from the standpoint of conferences, from the standpoint of coming to see shows. And then assuming that we're able to do all of this and get this done, then obviously the commission has to vote to site it in New Bedford. If we put together a tremendous dynamic plan that shows growth not only for New Bedford but our region, and is something that is positive and a new model for an urban casino, I would think that the commission would look at it extremely favorably. I would think that the commission would look at it more favorably than, say, a casino project that is advocated for Brockton, which is very close to the Boston Wynn or the Everett Wynn project. So I do have a lot of optimism that if we do the hard work, if we do the planning, if we have the city completely engaged and it's transparent, that we have a very good chance at landing a casino. Now that's very an interesting proposal, because I'm looking at it from the standpoint of competing for having a great team, put this proposal together, and landing this project, which would be transformative for our city from the standpoint of jobs, revenue, and enhancing other areas within the city. So I would think that we have some real great opportunities here.